These are the 5 brushes in my Robert Hagen Ezyart brush kit. Each one has a specific use. I'm going to show you how to use each one now. The Roundup brush, this is my go-to brush for just about all special effects. Also great for blocking in skies, landscape areas and so forth. Here we go. And blocking in a sky. We need a big broad brush for this, and one that's got firm hairs and can be manipulated and can hold the paint. It's strong, it's robust, it lasts a long time. This is one of the great brushes for blocking in. And another use of this brush is the grass, the foreground grass. We bend the bristles back like this, push them very hard so they come down almost at right angles to the ferrule. Now when we've got that done, watch this. And around and around and around and around like a helicopter until we get some nice clumps on there. Now look at that. Now, you'll skip that on the painting. Up we go. Squiddle. Down. Up again. Squiddle. Down. And look at those lines. If I throw some red into that, the same thing. Skip, 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 skip. That works. And it works perfectly on that painting. You can see the foreground and the grass there and the spots of light in the trees. Another effect, dust, bouncing dust. A little bit of yellow ochre and white. The hairs randomly pushed around, skipping that brush up and down, pushing it this way and that way, and slowly that paint just comes off according to the pressure and the direction you apply. But it's brilliant for this, absolutely brilliant. All my Western ones, where there's dust, this is what I use. Okay, now follow this. This is going to be splashing water, one of the great special effects of this brush. Loaded. Up we go. Down we go. Out there. The little dots and dashes, it makes it work. That is how you paint splashing water with the Roundup brush. Brilliant brush for all special effects. Snow, dust, rain, splashing water, grass, flowers, the lot. Second brush, the Stingray. Brilliant. This brush, it's a real tricky brush, but it's beautiful to work with. You get some nice edges with this, whereas with the previous one, the Roundup brush, you don't get that. But here you've got nice crisp edges, and I love that. And you've got the versatility of either using the flat fan or the edge of that brush. So it's quite a unique tool, this one, and it's got its own set of capabilities, and I increasingly love using it. It's great for figures, it's great for water, it's great for clouds, where you need edges. And a blocking in like this, well, there's nothing better. Third brush is the Orphan Brush, and I do use it for special moments of clicks and dashes. Watch this. So I'll load it like that, and then I'll drop on some very heavy paint. And this is oil paint, folks, so show the oil paint. And this brush can hold a bunch of it. And just lay it on in a dot and you can see it. It'll glisten under the light. How we hold this, we hold it like a scalpel. We don't grip it like a pen. You don't do that. You hold it so it's nicely balanced. I like to hear it fall to the floor because that means that it's a natural extension of your hand and your arm. We don't grip it, we balance it. Perhaps the most important brush I've got in my armory is the Maryland brush. It's a beautiful brush. It holds the paint so well. It's got a nice long set of hairs. It's strong, it's delicate, and it's best for all that detail, and it pairs so well with the magnifier. This is without doubt my go-to brush for all the figure work I've ever done. I've used this brush for over 25 years now. For detail, for very fine work, I chisel that brush. Pull it between my fingers and I get a nice point, a good chisel. Now any small line at all, bam, we've got it. You can actually lay it on thick or thin with this brush. That's the beauty of it. Wet layering, this brush. Detail, this brush. Dots and dashes, this brush. This is the go-to brush to finish every painting and to work our way through that figure. You must have this brush. Last brush, the sniper. Very few hairs, nice and long, holds the paint very well, particularly if it's fluid. And if you want to just drip some very small line work down there and under those flowers, or maybe a fishing line, or maybe a rope, something like that, a very fine line, this is perfect. And it is, folks. I mean, people say, how do you get those little lines, Bob? They think I've got some sort of magic tool. Well, I do have a magic tool, and it's this brush. So these are the only brushes you need to paint the Ezyart way. Put that with the Ezyart magnifier, and bingo, you're on your way to happy paintings.